Okay, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007. Now, for the WhatsApp messages, you can send them to 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. You know, people said, it was actually Davido that sang that in his song. He said, love is sweet, but when money enters, oh, money is sweeter. You can be pulling out or pulling off a surprise 30th birthday bash. Like, I'm buying that kind of car for your baby girl or for your brother man. Okay, for your bobo man. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Back to what we're discussing, please. That did not enter well, but I'm good. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. We're talking money and we're talking marriage. And so I'm asking, would you marry earlier? Would you marry later? Or would you choose not to marry at all if money wasn't an issue? And this whole age thing, at age 28, if you have not married as a woman, your life has disappeared. And all those things that people say. Would your ideal age for marriage also change if there were no cultural expectations? And some of those expectations stem from things like, they will say, biological clock of a woman. Until you now meet someone who's been married since they were 22 years old and there's no child. Now they are up to 40 something or more, and there's no child. And then you wonder. All right? So let's talk. Send me your messages. I would like to have those messages. Someone says, I still would have married when and whom I married. There's absolutely no way I would have made a permanent decision about the identity of my partner and who should father my kids based on such a temporary thing as money. And there's still no way I would have rushed into marriage because of people's perception of my age. I married after 30 because that's when the stars aligned for me and my beloved. Woo. All right. Thank you, Anonymous. So how about you? Hello. You listening? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Talk to me. Clinton, Mr. Fresh, I'm waiting for your response. Send me an answer. Talk to me. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. So think about it, right? The whole money issue. If there was no money issue, it could be that we're in a world where we don't necessarily need money to get things done, or that you actually really have the money. You have it a lot. So money is not an issue. Whether you are male or female, so that you will not think I'm talking to men, because whether you are male or female, there are ladies who, the reason they're not married today, I've actually heard someone say that no, I beg you, I will not go and marry and two of us will start struggling. Wait, I beg you, I cannot depend on man. No. Let me make some money first. Yes, there are ladies like that. And that's why they're not married. And so they believe that, okay, if they had the money, they wouldn't bother. They wouldn't mind if the guy doesn't really have. So they feel like, yeah, I'm well-to-do. I'm really okay. So I can shoulder whatever the responsibility is. So if there was no money issue, if you had the money, if maybe the bobos that are coming also have the money, what would be it for you? Would you marry earlier than you did? Or would you tell yourself, I beg, wait first. Money is not a problem. Money is not a problem. So let's wait. Let's enjoy this life small. Before we talk about marriage. Or you say, I beg you, money is not my problem. Everybody day their day, my day. Marry, say what's happen. I'm okay with myself. All right, so talk to me. All right, Raymond is on the line. Hello, Raymond from Port Harcourt. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, ma.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Based on the discussion, I may say that money is the ultimate. Because some guys today who are married, if you ask them, they will
Hold on. You need to turn off your radio set, Raymond.
all right, ma'am.
I did not say you should off phone. I say off radio. Okay, you can call me back. And please, my conversation is not on whether money is the ultimate or not. I have finished that part. I'm saying now that money is not the ultimate in this equation now. The money is there, or it is not even the problem at all. Would you get married before the time you did? Or would you get married later than the time you got married? Or would you say, I'm not doing, I have the money, I got money, I'm okay, so I don't need nobody in my life, I'm rich, I'm famous, I got money, I got everything, I'm okay, so I can have friends, but no commitments, I'm good. We have a commercial coming up. Afterwards, I'd like to hear from you. So stay tuned.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
Well, you asked for it.
Money problem. Would you have gotten married earlier, or would you have gotten married later, or would you have chosen not to get married at all because there's no money issue here? And second of all, I'm asking, do you think that more people, or do you think that people delay marriage more for financial reasons or emotional readiness? Do you think the reason why some people delay getting married is more about finances, is about money? Or do you think it's not money? Oh? Hey, with the kind of stories we're hearing on the social medium these days, my dear, it's not money, I beg. It's emotional readiness, because I cannot come and go and now come and kill myself. I cannot. With the kind of stories I'm hearing, Jesus. So do you think it's emotional readiness or more of financial readiness? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007. Now, for WhatsApp messages, send them to 0809-030-6416. And do not forget, we still have the one play draw, the last draw for today, coming up later on this show. If you've not bought your tickets, don't be like this. Allow God to use you, okay? Buy your tickets and just stick around, and you might just be the winner. I have a winner today who says it's his second time winning on the sunny side. I mean, life just becomes very sunny for the young man. Okay, so Christopher says, hi Constance, for me, money wasn't the issue. Now me, why not get good character? But on a serious note, because of my past failed experience in relationships, so I became an introvert, and I also had trust issues. And most of all, I lived with a Catholic priest who was my favorite uncle. So I saw and heard a lot from married couples who usually came for counseling. My sister, marriage and relationships, no be for weak people. Every day in our exam. Christopher Ize Omorige sent us that message. All right. Who else is here? Good afternoon. I have always wanted to get married at the age of 30. However, I got married at age 31. Why? Well, that was when I was financially capable to get married. In this our present economy, I won't advise my enemy to get married though. Even if he is 50. Guys, I mean. That's from Justin in Iguruta. Justin. Taylor Harry says, what causes delay to marry is financial imbroglio. If not, many should have gotten married. Constance. All right. Okay. We have George on the line, and George is calling from Port Harcourt. Hi, George. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I think it's generally on both sides because circumstances can cause one to get into marriage. Why some, like you said earlier, is emotional, out of anxiety. Are you getting me? Now, some decide to go into marriage because of financial issues, assistance, and all the rest of them. Unlike my case, I got my fourth child at the age of less than 20. Though it was not a direct wedding, but because of loneliness, I needed a life partner. I grew up in a way, even in my father's house, I feel I'm misled because of hatred of a stepmother. I know the hell I went through when my father is alive. He was well-to-do. Until his death, he was well-to-do. I became a man, settled down my life. He died in the year 2020. But as at 90s, my early 90s, before my 19 years, I've gotten a child. And I decided the young lady I pregnant to be with me. I needed a family.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you're getting it. I was just a plumber who went through the government craft development center after then. It's not because of money. Even a young lady, it's not because of money. She herself, she was my classmate when we were in primary school. In Colonel Taribo West, the footballer was our classmate. It was after our primary school. We later met on the way and decided to visit each other and pick up that interest. And even with the pregnancy, she couldn't let me. She couldn't go. She said she wants to be with me. I said, I need that we ought to be together. By the grace of God, we have grown-up children. We have grandchildren.
Wow.
I don't know if you're understanding me. So many persons can go in by other circumstances, and some is because of money. Some just want, even they have the money, they don't even want to get married. Some don't even have the money, don't want to even get married earlier. What about those who decide not to get married at all? Every man and woman with his own opinion. But most persons got into marriage under circumstances of difficulties. And some were carried away with stories of marriage. Some even are scared, like you said earlier. Like the recent issue of Perotinachis and the husband matter. Some type of fear might feel intimidated by their partner. Not only the man intimidating the woman, there are so many marriages I've seen, and sorry to add that the women also intimidate their husbands. And some wouldn't let them to assist the families they came from, both the man and the woman. You know, but some would want to humiliate their friends or feel jealous, seeing their friends who have gotten married. I want to get married. Like you said earlier, some women married at the age of 30 something, which naturally, you know, it is not the proper, it's beyond the proper age of marriage.
I don't know.
I don't know if you're getting it.
All right, thank you for calling, George.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't say I know. I don't know. You don't know what I know. What causes delay? Okay, I've seen your message, Ipalibo, Harry. Good afternoon, presenter. As for me, I would have probably married earlier if the money was not an issue. But I have also unconsciously noticed that had I also married earlier, it must also be with somebody whose emotional maturity was at least 95% compatibly in tune with mine. That is, had the money been there at the beginning but no emotional compatibility, the marriage probably wouldn't have lasted. Elvis Mark sent us that message. All right. Who's next? We're still taking calls. Asetil Kowe from Mile 3 says, greetings, my Constance. I'm your Constance. All these people, who's going to stone me? Somebody said they will stone me money. I'd see they wait. You won't wait for me outside our gates. Okay. So Asetil Kowe says, I would have married since age 20. I matured mentally too early and had already known what love is and how to run a home at age 17. Really? It's annoying that at age 30, Nigeria had refused people like us Mario because as you are planning, Nigeria is planning and laughing at you. I said, take away. Go and marry. Okay, you will not say it's from my mouth to hear it. Please don't marry. If you don't want to marry. Miriam from Okrika, welcome.
Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Miriam. Welcome again.
Thank you, Auntie. Look, Auntie, if I have to do it all over again, I will still do it exactly how God has planned it out for me. I will not say I planned it out myself. I married during my final year at the age of 25.
Okay.
It was not as if I just planned it. No. I finished all this. I got admission and I met my husband. And in final year, we were talking about marriage. I said, okay, it's fine. I'm married. And it's because if you see me now, and my children, all of them are taller than me. All of them are, in fact, when we walk, it's as if we're friends. We're just friends or sisters and brothers. And as I gave birth to my last child, by God's willing, I got a job. After, and I was able to hear sick and attended some nursery school at them, so I can be able to go to my work. And I started like when I finished giving birth at the age of 30.
Oh, wow.
Married 25, finished giving birth 30, and it was funny. 4 children at within 5 years. 4 children, and none of them are twins, so 1. Just sharp. It was not, I did plan it. God just did it.
You try.
And career started. I started chasing other things, chasing business. If I could do it again, I say it's good to marry early. And that's what I wish for my daughters. And some of them are taller than me, and I wish that for them. Money is not running away, honestly. And see, money is not running away. Money is always there. Yeah, you can start. You can start now and still meet up people that started in 15 years' time. Trust me. If you work smart and you have the grace of God, God's thing, you can. But a person that gives birth now and you want to start in 15 years' time, you cannot watch the person. That is just it. So my advice for ladies is, if you want marriage, for those that don't want it, everybody has what they want. If you don't want marriage, they don't want it early, fine. But if you want marriage and you think by God's way God gives you early, go ahead, do it early. Fine, do it early. It's better. Your body system, everything will just adapt. It will just be not giving birth. Everything about you, you're not young. If you see me, when I'm buying clothes, I'm buying shoes. I tell my son or my first son shoes, size 40, 44. They look at me, they say, Jesus, he's huge. Apparently, he's 62 over 1 say, what? You want this student? Yes, that is how it is. And you can usually meet up when it comes to money, financially, with people that started way earlier than you. When it comes to goals, yeah, you can, if you have the grace of God for marriage and other. So I think it's better that way. And when you do it early like that, there's a way you are a bit submissive and you're still young and you still, tolerate one or two. You're not really that overwise. But at the age of close to 55, 40, you are too wise and too smart and to tolerate any shit, to tolerate any this, to tolerate any that. Before you fall in and you get depressed, you want to fall out. And especially for a woman, your body system is not the same. It cannot be the same. Some people say, Ketancho is 50. Yeah, Ketancho is 50. She's looking like 20. Trust me, the eggs are not the same. They cannot be. But you can deceive us with the outward look, but inwardly you cannot.
All right.
The biological clock is ticking.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling, Muriel. Hi, Connie. Frankly speaking, if it's money, Jim Ike would have been married by now. To me, it's just all about getting that partner you're compatible with. The name is Batawa. Batawa, you just had to drag Jim Ike. What did he do to you? That young man is where he is, enjoying his life. You came to drag him into this conversation. Yeah. In my candid opinion, I think the age of 30 or 35 would be ideal for a man to get married, whether he's financially fit or not. That's my answer you asked for by calling me out on air. Click Clinton, Mr. Fresh. I see your message. All right, thank you. I said it away. You're still laughing. Okay, so you tell me. I'm saying, or I'm asking, if money wasn't an issue, at what's okay, not at what age would you have married earlier, or would you have, would you still marry later, or would you still rather not marry? If money wasn't an issue, would you rather not get married? Some people got into marriage because of money wahala. Their parents could not handle things and they just needed to leave the house because less mouths to feed. Less mouths to feed. So somebody said, I like you. They didn't even say I love you. They said I like you. Say, you're sure you like me? Let's be go. Where sure you have house? Let's be going. And for some young men, they got married as early as they did because a lot of pressure from home. Get married. And they didn't have money. It was the community that's provided. By community, I don't necessarily mean like community like village people kind of community. It took other people to champion their marriage or their wedding and everything. Yeah. And some people, they got married later because there was no money. They had to wait till when they at least were buoyant to some extent. So if money wasn't an issue for you, whether you are financially buoyant or the economy is just all good and just money is not a problem, what would it have been? What would you have done differently? Would you, like some other person, say, I'm going to stick with the way I did it? The time I got married, when I got married, who I got married to, how I got married, I would have still done it the same way again. Or would you have said, if I had money, if money was not a problem, I don't think I would have married as early as I did, or I don't think I would have married as later as I did, or I don't think I would have married at all. For just day my day. All right, I'm seeing messages here on Facebook. La 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 la. All right, so Peter Side Emmanuel on Facebook says, I got married at 25 and I am done giving birth. With or without money, I prefer to marry early. I think so many are not emotionally ready, not necessarily because of money. Peter Side, are you male or female? You got married at 25? Wow. Okay. More messages now. Constance, so my humble opinion, no. Why are you shouting? For unmarried, don't get married if you're not emotionally strong, even if you have all the monies in the world. If not lie, go ask Bill Gates and co-billionaires, because all what is required is patience and understanding. I like that title. Love is not enough. Christopher Ize Omorege. Okay. And then Mr. Divinely says, now which person mouth you hear say we go steal you money? She have been playing one play and nothing come out. Well, nothing come out for you. People, they win 2 times for the show. Nothing come out for you. You're not praying well. He said, now you're talking of money. I need to get myself financially strong before we talk of marriage, because I will jackpot someday. Okay, be there and be trying to carry money and let's see what happens. If money wasn't a problem, I should have married by now. I should have married by 25. Your name is Agblo. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm seeing your message. Someone is directing me to play a Sarkodie song. So money is there. It's not your issue. It's not the thing you are thinking about. It's not, let's make some money first. That's not your problem. The money is actually there. Would you have still gotten married when you did? Or would you have gotten married by now? The reason why most people are not married or delay getting married, do you think it's basically or mostly about money, financial issues? They don't have the money. Do you think that's the reason why? Or do you think it's based on, it's not about finances, it's about emotional readiness. Some people are not ready emotionally. That's mostly why people are not getting married. What do you think? And then looking at, some of the cultural expectations that we have. I mean, Muriel even came and she was literally spewing the whole cultural thing here on the show. Oh, as a woman, your clock is ticking, time is ticking, as if say the time not the tick for man and woman. Who die? Your clock don't stop. Okay. So all of that stuff, right? About, as a woman, time is not on your side. As a man, you need to have an heir and all the talk, all the cultural pressure and expectations around marriage. If all of that were not there, would your ideal age for marriage also change, or would it have remained the same? Would you have still said, no, 25 is the perfect time? Or would you have said, if all those things not there, dear, beg, 35 is the ideal age, 50 is the ideal age? Or would you be saying 18 is the ideal age for marriage? I've asked how many questions now? 3 questions, right? It's a conversation, so that's why I'm asking questions. Chimamanda had twins at 47. Nikki Laoye is in her 40s and just had her first biological child in what is her second marriage. This is for those who are triggered by talk of biological clock and doing things early. That thing of biological clock is a lie that was created to push women to stay with terrible men. Because when a woman starts focusing on biological clock, she starts making crazy decisions and managing any nonsense she sees. And we all know it can be harder to leave a bad man when a child is involved. Then, even if you leave physically, you'll always be connected because of that child. To my husband courted me and I was convinced of certain things. I didn't want to get married. I met different types of guys, but I knew they were not it. I did not want them in my life beyond a month, never mind connected for the rest of my life through a child. Yeah. Good afternoon, Constance. I have phobia for marriage. Oh, wow. I'm 40 years old, a single father. Apart from money, I am not emotionally and psychologically ready to get married. Sometimes I ask myself if marriage is compulsory and necessary. From Mr. Amadi. I mean, what's the word? Who is in charge of what is compulsory in life? I mean, who's the person who's in charge? It's not compulsory. You can choose. You can decide not to get married. I mean, even in the Bible, if you're going to say, the Bible says, even the same Bible said that some people decide that they are not marrying. So it's even acknowledged that some people decide not to get married. All right? So it's not compulsory to get married. Is it necessary? It's necessary for who wants to get married. If it's necessary for you, you go on and get married. If it's not necessary for you, you let it go. You live your life. You don't necessarily have to be married to fulfill your purpose here on earth. All right? Yeah. There are some people that their lives went anti-clockwise because they got married. Get married to some terrible human being, who's looking all nice and cool and cute and sweet in front of the whole world, but oh my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah. And then people can't understand why someone's life is going that way. They're like, but they married this person. Oh, that person is. There was a time we had a conversation about knowing your friends. How can you tell that you know somebody? Like some people that will come on to say, I know him. I know her. What do you know about this person? It was after I heard someone say, well, I know this person as this, but I don't know this person as a married person. I don't know this person in marriage. I'm not married to this person. It's only their partner that can know this kind of thing about them. I know them all. I've known them for years. But you see this particular thing, I have never seen it. So if it's coming from their partner, yes, their partner is the only one that can know this one. Because they could hide it. Because we're not intimate. We're not that. Even though it looked like we were close, but I couldn't have known that. Okay. I'm counting down to the last lap of this show. We're already in the last lap, right? But I'm counting down to when we will do the second draw. And I'm still waiting on you to buy your tickets. Don't mind those people that don't have good luck. If you want to be like my winner, my first winner, who said, this is the second time I'm winning on the sunny side, you can actually be the person. Oh, it could be you, but you're busy listening to dissenting voices. Stay there. And allow people that don't have faith to be driving your life. Someone called it. My first winner today said, this is the second time I'm winning with this my number. I'm like, what? I didn't even realize that he had won before. Didn't even remember his name. It was just amazing. Oneplay.ng. That's what you should type right now so you can buy your own tickets. Okay? And you can also use the USSD code, which is *347 *880 *6#. I don't have any secret though. I don't know about any special secrets about this thing. Okay, so it's a lock thing. Perhaps you could find any of the winners and ask them, what did you do differently? How do you live your life? Like on any day that you're going to buy the tickets, how do you do it? What do you tell me your itinerary for the day? When you wake up, what do you do after you have had breakfast? Do you have breakfast before you play, or do you play before you? I don't know. So maybe you should be asking them what they do. All right, but hey, who knows? Maybe it's on the jackpot day that you get to win, and then you win big. For some people, that's the way their luck shines. But the secret is, don't give up. Yeah, that's what I'll call the secret here. It's when you've told yourself, I'm not doing again. Yeah. I remember another young man who won on the show. It was his birthday, and he said he had played earlier, I think on another show, and he didn't win. But by the time I announced it, I said, buy your tickets. So my usual way of shouting, like, I'm in the market. And then he said, today is even my birthday. Okay, let me just try again. And he just played, and that was it. He was the winner that day. And so, I don't know. Maybe there's a special prayer people who used to win pray. They're the ones that will have to tell us. Okay, so those of you who have won on this show or any of the shows, please let us know. What do people used to do? Do you used to pray a special kind of prayer? Is there a color of clothes you used to wear? Is there a particular kind of food you eat? Just try and remember what happened any day you win or the days you won, so that some other person can copy your style. But one thing we sure pass me say, you have to buy the tickets, okay? Oneplay.ng, that's what you should type into your browser and select Nigerian Phonet 2.3 PH. And then, of course, you could also use the USSD code, which is *347 *880 *6#. Okay? So with that USSD code, you can also buy your tickets. And tell your